I saw it in the spirit. It was like, I'll tell you what I saw in the spirit, because there's such a prophetic flow here at New Destiny. I saw it in the spirit. It was like a wicked hand trying to suffocate you, just trying to suffocate, and it just holds you back. And he said, prepare her for where she's going. And they laid hands on me. And that day there was an impartation into my life that connected me almost 20-something years ago. And we just call everything blessing because we are so desperate that we won't deny anything that comes into our life. You're not to accept everything that comes. Everything that comes to you is not of God. Every person that comes in your life is not of God. Every gift that somebody gives you is not of God. You've got to have a spirit of discernment to say, I let this in my life, or I reject this out of my life. Because if you get close to me, you've got contact with me. It means I've got to know what's in you, because if the Spirit of God's not in you and there's an evil spirit, I'm not looking at just a tall, dark, handsome. I know he's all tall, dark, and handsome, Tina, and burly and big and everything else, but that's not what makes him good looking. That's not what makes him. It's what's in here. I got to either see light or I see darkness. If I don't see light, excuse me, I'll minister to you, but I'm not standing next to you, because you're going to have an ability to transfer into me what is on the inside of you. Pastor Paula is teaching you good right now, because legal entry comes through people, comes through things. I'm helping somebody. Okay, so when you're next to someone, you have contact. You're close to them, right? You're like this, because next literally means close. So it means like this. We're touching. So when you touch in the realm of the spirit, that's why. Can I teach you something real quick? Because the moment you get close, you have contact. Whatever has contact with you gets in you. I want you to see how the things work in the spirit. So whatever works in the spirit, listen, you transfer. You don't think you can give them a devil? Is not because I can preach. There are people that can preach and they're full of the devil. And I can preach the house down. I counted my pennies. And I'm honest with you, I figured out I'm going to live to be 92. I calculated it up on the computer, and I put up my money, and I said, okay, I've got to change my lifestyle, but I can downgrade this, do that, and I've got enough that'll carry me to be 108 years old. I did. I calculated it all out. I want you to bring his tithe and your offering up. His tithe and your offering, I want you to give sacrificial. Now, I need 8 people, and I'm going to come here. I need 8 people to stand with me. We need, no, 9 people, I'm sorry. We need $4,500 by next week for our outreach to get our van fixed. I'm going to ask on Sunday. We can raise $4,500 above our tithe and offering, right? There's 8 people that can give me $500. Give the church, give the kingdom. If you believe in souls, and you'd say, Pastor Paul, I'm going to do that. If you don't have it tonight and you can bring it Sunday, 9 people is what it's going to take.
And then I need some people who will give $100 for the bike. I just really need 2 people to give $100 for that bike. How many of you believe in souls? This is above our tithe and offering. Or if 2 of you could put $250 together and say, me and my girlfriend, or whoever, me and my spouse are going to bring this, and me and my best friend, whatever we're going to bring the seed, and we're going to plant it because we believe in souls. Make your checks payable to New Destiny Christian Center. If you're going to give $500 and you want to stand and you want that van, we've got to get the door on the van. That's correct. It's the door that's costing us $4,500 to get it fixed. And then we'll be able to transport, and it's done. It'll be done. So if you believe in souls and you're giving that $500 seed, come up and lay it in my hand. Everybody else, come lay it here. I just want to agree with you, and bring your card for souls. Bring your card for souls when you bring that, and bring your best. Just bring your best. Maybe it's $50, or you say, Pastor Paula, not everybody has an extra $500, but I've been praying that God bless you, because we need this house blessed. Amen. Because we have to go for souls right now. So everybody bring up a significant seed. We thank all of our givers online just for being generous and liberal in your giving. And if you're one of those that can stand with me and give $1,000, give $500. I've never asked. I've never been that direct. But we need $4,500 before Monday, above and beyond our budget and our tithe and offering for souls. And God is faithful. He's faithful. It's going to be done. So God's going to speak to you, and it's that simple. Come on, everybody, bring his tithe and your offering up. I'm going to give the first $500, so it's done. The first one, all I need is 8 more people. 8 more people. And then I want you to get an offering, and I'm going to ask you put the picture of the van up. We need by next week our vehicle to pick up people. It's going to cost us $4,500, and we just need to get a new door. We can fit our bus. $4,500. One person can write that check today, but really all that is 45 people giving $100, right? Or we had broke that down to, how many did we say? 9 people giving $500, or 18 people giving $250. And thank you. We're going to bring it up. I'm going to stand down here after Sandra gives a testimony. And if you, above your tithe and offering, would say, Pastor Paula, I want to win souls. It's $6,000 to paint, $2,000 for the door, and $1,200 for AC. So we don't have to get it painted, but we do have to get the door and the AC and get everything done so it's functional by Saturday. I'd like to get it painted. Now we can do it, we just have to have the finances. So I believe that if God, and I asked everybody that can give an extra $250 just to put it in my hand, I'm going to pray a blessing over you.
I can talk you into anything. I can talk you out of anything.
I've had to carry loads. Listen, I've gone for years sometimes without a paycheck, but not one of my staff has ever missed anything. I've taken care of ministry. I've taken care of people. Listen, I've gone for years sometimes without a paycheck, but not one of my staff has ever missed anything.
We have, guys, how many people do we have on staff now? I mean, maybe 13 or something? It's ridiculously low.
Full-time staff, it's like probably 13 or less.
13 or less, running a worldwide ministry. We manage like this.
Right.
I have gone, like, most, you know this, most
Yes.
ministries, many ministries that put out a daily program. I have an executive director who also edits, and I have one other editor.
Right.
Most people have 20. They
Yes.
seriously are 10.
Right.
Most of them have been with me 10, 15, 18 years.
Absolutely.
You know that. You see
Yes.
it. They live it. They breathe it.
Yes.
They're called to it.
Right.
They work tirelessly for the gospel.
Yes.
They sacrifice. If there are times, Deborah, that there's not finances for their pay, they go that week without pay.
Right.
Listen, I've gone for years sometimes without a paycheck, but not one of my staff has ever missed anything.
If there are times, Deborah, that there's not finances for their pay, they go that week without pay.
Right.
There's
some people that are so full of the devil that's been watching over your stuff, because in their stinginess and greediness and everything else, they've taken good care of your stuff.
Listen, it's driving. I'm reaching more people now spending no money than I was spending millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. One webcast, Pastor Clint, one webcast. I just throw it on Facebook. Bam, y'all, come on. 10,000 people. Bigger than most mega churches. Don't have to spend $50,000 to do it. So, love you all. But God gave me technology. Thank you. Whatever your name is, Zach, whoever you were, Mr. Harvard graduate, thank you. I am so grateful because whatever you did, thank you, because the church, come on, you better thank God that you have an ability, because everything has changed. Look at somebody, say everything's changed.
But then to preach the gospel to all the world, it takes finances. So God created a way that he said, this is what I'm going to do. I'm assigned to preach the gospel to millions.
Yes,
so
you are.
That costs money.
It does.
It costs a lot of money.
Yes.
I believe that God's going to meet every need.
Yes.
I just believe that because God backs purpose. And I'm going to ask you from the bottom of my heart, if you can, sow $500. Give $1,000. We have to have a $58,000 miracle. Now, there are 58 people that could sow $1,000 right now. And maybe God's speaking to you. But we need $58,000 for airtime and to make sure that we continue the outreaches of Paula White Ministry. I'm assigned to preach the gospel to millions.
Yes,
so
you are.
That costs money.
It does.
It costs a lot of money.
Yes.
I'm reaching more people now spending no money than I was spending millions of dollars. Millions of dollars. One webcast, Pastor Clint, one webcast. I just throw it on Facebook. Bam, y'all, come on. 10,000 people. Bigger than most mega churches. Don't have to spend $50,000 to do it. So, love you all. I counted my pennies. And I'm honest with you, I figured out I'm going to live to be 92. I calculated it up on the computer, and I put up my money, and I said, okay, I've got to change my lifestyle, but I can downgrade this, do that, and I've got enough that'll carry me to be 108 years old. I did. I calculated it all out.
There's some people that are so full of the devil that's been watching over your stuff, because in their stinginess and greediness and everything else, they've taken good care of your stuff.
I saw it in the spirit. It was like a wicked hand trying to suffocate you. Just trying to suffocate. And it just holds you back.